Drywall Repair, something you don't see much of. And I'm going to show you how to do this. All right. I've got this butter knife, steak knife, and it has that serrated edge. All right. And the serrated edge is going to help me get in here and cut drywall back. Because what happens is when this drywall chips, breaks out, and you get edges and pieces that are interfering with the flap, with this piece closing flush. All right. So I got to get in here, and I've got to cut back. All right. This in here. All right, and I got to cut that back. Okay. And I'm cutting that back. And I've already taken some out of here. See, there's that piece right there that I can push back in the wall, actually. Because you don't want anything interfering. All right, because we want this to close smoothly. All right, I've already done some of the cleanup on this edge. So, and I've took my drywall knife and I cut along the edge here at the top, all right, with the drywall knife. Let's push against it nice and smooth. Now, I'm going to flip this around where you can see it better. All right, let's turn this camera around. Okay, now, let's take a look at how this is coming together. All right, because we want this nice and flat. Okay, now, it looks like that's coming together flat. All right, not a whole lot of lip, very little. All right, up here, okay, I got to take a little bit off of this edge on the inside as I'm feeling around this edge. It's a little thick. All right, and then up in here, we want that in there. And we're going to end up putting drywall mud over this. But you want to make this piece as nice and as smooth as possible. All right, so I'm going to have to clean it off back in this area right in here. All right, that's what I'm going to do next. I wish I could pause this and go ahead and do that. Then I may even cut back some of this here. All right, so that it closes nice and smooth. Then I'm going to use some glue. All right. We're using some glue on that. Let's turn this around. Bam. All right. Now, I'll give you an update on the wall I was working on in my last live video in this bathroom. Okay, I'll show you this wall now. This is it here. Okay, I took off the towel rack. All right. So the towel rack has been removed, but you can see it's nice and smooth. I got a little bit of touch up to do down here, all right? And I've taken off this grill from the heater. This is a heater, all right? And then this is how this is turning out. I gotta let that dry and then do a little sanding, maybe a little more filling. All right, and then I just back in there. All right, so no further ado, I'm gonna all right, this is on portrait again. Not what I was meaning to do. That wasn't in my game plan. Hey, Liam and Maya and much more. How's it going there, Arnold? Thank you for being here. All right. Now, you have to play it back so you could see the inside of doing this repair. Because I showed you what it looked like when I just a few minutes ago. So you could play it back and see. Now, I'm taking this butter knife. Well, it's a butter knife steak knife. And I'm using it to get in here to cut back the drywall so that this flap right here will go back nice and smooth, okay? I do use my drywall knife for this as well. But because of the situation, it requires a longer blade, and the shredded edge on this knife is perfect for cutting back the drywall. So this will lay in there nice and smooth and makes for a very good repair as an end result. Okay. So I'm cutting this drywall back at the edge. Okay, 1/2 inch or so back. Okay. And I'm just working this edge, taking it down, getting anything that might be sticking out and interfering with the closing nicely and nice and smooth. I'm coming back, 1 inch maybe or so total. Okay, now get this in here. You get this all cut back, and then that will lay in there real nice and make for a real nice fix. I'm driving back this nail. Don't cut your hand when you do that. If you could. Okay, I'm having to get back here at this flap. Get any drywall that's going to hinder it closing nice and smooth out of the way. All right. Now let's okay. Now I can glue this in place. Okay. One. All right. I am going to get a piece of wood. Okay, now I've got my piece of wood right here, 2x4 block. Okay. Thank you. Let's see what he's saying. Big Guru. Okay. Big Guru, huh? It's going okay. Good, good. Glad to hear it there, Will. Arnold. Sorry you can't see what I'm doing exactly. All right. Now, first thing I'm going to do before I get out my trusty hammer, I'm going to get some glue in there. All right. And after I get the glue in there, let me see what you're able to see. All right. Now I'm using, you could use a paintbrush. You could use, whatever your tool of choice is. But I'm going to use these couple Q-tips. Right, I'm going to pull this out now again. And remember, I cut up here, right along this edge to start with. Okay, now I'm getting glue. I have glue in this lid. All right, that I'm putting on these Q-tips. All right, and we're just using this to apply the glue. Okay, I'm going to put glue on both sides of this. You could also use drywall mud, I'm sure, for this. I want to use glue so I know that this is in there solid. Okay. Now I'm going to have to feather this out with drywall mud on the outside. Like I said, I could probably even mix glue with the drywall mud. Drywall mud's a water base. The glue is a water base. And it should work just fine. Mixing it together, but I'll have to do a little test with that. I was actually going to do that for this video, but I forgot about that. So I'll have to do that on another day and see how that works out. Okay. Now, all right. Got a piece of paper here. Get this out of your way, see? Don't want anything to interfere with the closing up and mating up real nice. Okay. I'm looking to where I need to have the glue applied here. All right, that way when it mates up, it'll mate up nice and smooth and it'll connect really well and have a good bond. Because I'm also putting this on both sides as I do this. Okay, thank you, Arnold, for being here. I couldn't get into your live stream last night once I left, Arnold. I didn't have internet. All right, now that should be sufficiently glued back there. All right, now right here at the hinge point, okay, I'm gonna little bit of glue up here on this outer right up here. I gotta get a little glue. I want to get that in here. All right. Okay, now Now this will so if there's someone here, we'll check and see what's going on. All right, bear with me one moment. Now, the rest of this here is just going to be a patch job. See, it's disappeared from the camera, but let's get a up close and personal look so you can see what it's looking like. Okay, and this is smooth. Okay, there's a little lip, just a very slight lip, which when I go over this with the drywall mud, it'll all disappear. Okay. Now, while that's drying, we are gonna mix some paint. All right. And we're going to do that in just a second here. So bear with me one moment. All right, now we're going to get a paintbrush. Okay. Okay, now you always want to wet your bristles. That's what I just did here. All right, now we're gonna mix some paint. All right, I have some MIX in here. So let's, hey, Big Tim, in God we trust. How we doing, bro? Are you still here, Big Tim? All right. Now I'm going to mix this a little bit because I've already mixed it a few not long ago. Got it kind of upside down. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't know, if you have a quarter, in your pocket. You can open up a can of paint. And it don't look like I have a quarter in my pocket, but a quarter will open up a can of paint really nicely. Alright, we're opening this gallon now. Okay. I don't know what color you're seeing, but that's kind of like a fawn color. Okay. You put in about a half a gallon. Okay. One thing I didn't bring is a stirring stick. I'm slipping. Slip sliding away. Not slip sliding away. Just slipping. Alright. So let me go get a stirring stick. Okay, one moment. Alright. All this dead time. Alright. Okay. I'm going to punch a hole or two into this so it'll drain right here in this inner edge of the lip. Then you can use a nail to do this as well. Okay. Nail works really well for this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the same over here. We already have one. Oh, it looks like I had one. Not here though. Maybe not. Okay. Put 3 right here. I'm going to pour it. Okay. Now, stir this up. This has a XIM in it, which is a paint conditioner. I prefer Floetrol. Floetrol I am very familiar with. I've never used this XIM before, but it's supposed to be just as good. And depending on what you're doing, maybe gives you an edge, depending on what you're doing. Okay, that mixed up rather quickly. All right, I'm gonna All right. Now, good thing I've got this in plastic, so I can sit this down here without a problem. Okay. Now I'm going to pour what I have mixed here into this. All right. Now I have those holes there for it to drain down into. Okay. And get this mixed. Carefully. That way I only have to do this once and mixing in the paint conditioner. And you can just shake it next time. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, carefully pour this into here. And we're going to catch this what's coming off the edge. We're going to put it back in. Now you can use a paintbrush for this, and that's advisable, but you know, this works. All right, now I can get this closed up. Get that off the edge here. Okay. Okay, cleaning this off here. Okay, got that taken care of. That wiped down. This up here. Okay, now I'm gonna show you some cutting in techniques. All right. Let's show you some cutting in techniques. All right. Now, all right. First thing is you only want your paint about up to here on your brush. You don't want it down here. You don't want it down in this edge, although it happens. All right. But I'm going to cut in right here to this edge right there, into that corner. All right. Now, how are you going to do that without getting it on your ceiling? All right, I'm going to show you that technique right now. All right, I'm going to wipe off the excess. All right, now I'm going to come down below that corner. I'm going to press, I'm going to twist, and I'm going to just drag the tip of that brush right into that corner. All right. And I'm going to go from the bottom and work my way up into that corner. Right there, I'm in that corner. All right. Now, I'm going to come here. I'm going to go right below the corner. All right. And the next pass, I'm going to go right up into that corner with the tip of my brush. Just like that. All right. Now, I'm going to go here. I'm going to push it in. I'm going to bring it down. All right. I'm going to slide it forward to go around that. And you're going to wipe it off if you get any on it like I just did. Okay. Now. All right. Now I wipe that down. I'm going to catch into this down here. Come across. Okay. Bam. Now, got paint on this here and I'm wiping it off. Now you need a damp rag. You need a damp rag with you. And that's what I should have at the moment. And I forgot to bring a damp rag. So I'm going to see if I can't get away with using the sponge. Okay, I know it will work for this. Okay. Now let's see where we're at. Okay, now we're going to come on over this way. And you see here, that's where you want to try to keep your paint. No more, no further down than about halfway, 2/3, well, 1/3 of the way or so. 2/3. All right. Now, I'm going to cut along right below the corner. I'm going to use the tip of my brush. Just the tip. Okay. And I'm going to come in here using just the tips of the bristles. Okay, now I'm going to dip again, get a little bit more paint. Now I'm going to use just the tips up here. Okay, to lay it into that corner. Just like that. Now, okay, now you come in, now especially when you're learning. All right, I'll show you something on this doorway. Painting around this trim. Okay, painting around this trim, I'll show you something. Okay, again, you come right here next to it. You leave a space. And you come in, you leave a space, see? And you catch it flat. Now you come in, you just catch the tips of the bristles and you bring it on down. Right into that corner using just the very tips of the bristles. All right. Using a wet brush, just not overly excess. You want to remove any excess paint. All right. And you lay it off. Okay. Now, another thing I like to do, okay, is you get a little bit of paint on the tips of your bristles, okay? It's right here on the tips. This is a little thin, so I'm coming in here and I'm doing this. I'm kind of just dabbing it lightly. That way when it dries, and with this paint conditioner, it'll flatten out and I will not have to make a second pass. This takes care of that second coat, especially up there. And this also gets rid of the brush marks. But then again, with this conditioner, when this paint dries, it should lay out smooth and you should not have the paint marks, and that's the purpose of the paint conditioner in here, all right? But this helps to assure you remove the brush strokes, okay? All right. Now we're going to continue. Right, let's zoom in, see what do we have here. Is it RG? Good evening. Good evening. Who? Fish. Fish is here? Hi, Brother Tim. Hi, Patty. RG, thanks for being here, RG. Who else? Patty Fish. How you doing, my sister? God bless you. I hope this is helpful. All right. You can play it back. Okay. Now I'm going to come in here down below the corner. All right, now I'm going to lay this off. This is called laying it off, smoothing it out. Now, I'm going to take the paint that's on the wall. I'm going to get the tip of my bristle, my top of my brush, right into that corner. Then we're just going to hinge at the elbow and pull it to me. All right, you're hinging at the elbow when you're doing this. You're not moving your wrists. You're just hinging at the elbow. And you're just pulling it. Okay, now this is where I'm going to come in here. All right. And you see how quickly this goes. This goes pretty fast. All right. Okay. I am blessed, brother. Good. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm burned out, but I'm pushing forward, you know. There you go. Now you can see what I'm doing. Now you can see it. All right. Now, let me not bump this so nothing changes. Tight space here. Yeah. All right. Now you can see exactly what's going on. Let me double check. I just hit that. Okay. Okay. Glad to see you here, RG, Brother Tim. Now, right here, I'll show you again. I'm going to come to me. All right. Just to give me lines. All right. Now, lay that off. Dip again. Knock off the excess. All right, I'm just using the tips of these bristles, just the tips, up in that corner. And I'm twisting my brush, coming at an angle. All right. Even if you take several passes, it's okay. All right. And remember, we're hinging at the elbow. All right, there we go. And lay that off. Okay. All right, now let's see. Okay, there you go. If you will, share this out. If you haven't already, it is. All right. Now I get here to the corner, I can put that right in that corner and come down. All right. Now I'm going to lay this off. Lay that off. Okay, now dipping again, taking out the excess. All right. Now I'm taking the paint that's on the wall, paint that's on my brush, and I'm going to bend this down and at an angle. Down at an angle. I'm going to catch just that corner right there. Just like that. Bam. Done. Okay, now it's a little thin, see? We're going to fix that right now. Okay. Based on what I'm seeing, that's looking pretty good. Okay. All right. Thanks again for everyone that's here. Good to see you, Patty. I wish you put up content a little bit more than what you put it up, but I think you're going, once a month or something? I try to put up something at least once a week. I try to make that my goal. Usually I try to do it on the weekend, but if that's not real consistent in general, but I do try to put up at least one video a week at least. Sometimes more, But anyway, for what it's worth. And some of my videos, I only get 30, 40 views. And others I get more, I have a video I put up a couple years ago on how to put tennis balls on a walker. And to my surprise, it's one of my biggest, most viewed videos. How to put tennis balls on a walker. I give you step-by-step instructions on how to do it. But I didn't know it was going to be such a hit. Alright, watch what I'm doing as I'm talking. I'm coming down at an angle. I'm bending this brush up and I'm putting just the tips of this brush into that corner. Now, again, you can do this in several passes and just kind of work your way up into that corner using the tips of your bristles. Like I'm doing right here, see? Now I'm coming back the other way. Sometimes you got to, because you got little dips and it doesn't want to, paint doesn't go in there. Your bristles just kind of float over the top, so you got to go in the opposite direction to get them in there. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to have to come down and probably adjust that camera here in just a minute. Okay, let me check my camera. Let's see. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out some. Looks like I got to clean the lens. Bear with me. Okay, now let's take a look at this. Okay. Oh, I see. It's the overhead lights. It's the overhead lights interfering. Let's see. Wow, that's not helping at all. These overhead lights. Maybe if I dim them. Too dim. I guess we need to put a flashlight on our paintbrush. The next invention, a flashlight on a paintbrush. Wow, yeah, you really can't see too well because of that light. Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you notice the ceiling panels, they're a darker version, darker color of basically the same color. They're just darker. And the ceiling's going to be white, of course. Okay, bear with me one moment.
How goes it?
Good, I was making a mess in here though.
Oh yeah, got footprints and everything.
Yeah. So you're doing just the light switches and then you're going to go back into the plugs, or you're doing both?
Right now I was just doing the light switches, but I gotta get going. I gotta go fill in for a friend of mine at a meeting. I gotta open up. I gotta leave, and actually should have already left. But I will be back. I gotta give somebody a ride tomorrow, so I'm not sure. I'm still waiting for right now to hear from him. What time?
Okay.
Over to 395.
What time are you thinking?
I'm waiting to see what he says. What time he needs to go over there.
Okay. Okay.
But I got 8 of the switches done.
Okay. You want to take care of that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, getting her painted.
I'm kind of getting ahead of myself a little bit. Because I'm not completely done. I got to come back and do touch-ups
Yeah.
on the drywall.
Ah.
But
Here and there.
yeah, I'm videoing.
Oh yeah.
Live, not Memorex.
Yep, that might be the time.
You got 8 of them?
Let's see. 8:15, 8:30. All right, so I got to take them to 395. It'd be like half an hour, so an hour. So probably about, I'm gonna have to say 11 or noon. Let's see. He lives in Hesperia. I got to take him all the way to the other end of.
If you can get here by noon, 12:31, that'd be great.
All right.
Or earlier is better, but.
Yeah, he said it should only take him half an hour there.
Okay.
Taking some measurements, probably a roof or something.
Okay.
And then I'll be back.
Oh, there's. Yeah.
40 and 40. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
All right, and I will see you on tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Hey,
Have a good
maybe
one.
think we could do a video of you hooking up the light, and maybe showing people, explaining the process?
Oh, like a light switch or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Each one that goes well.
Right.
All right, have a good one. See you tomorrow.
You too. Thank you. Okay, so we will be doing a video on how to hook up a electrical light switch or electrical plug outlet by a tried and true electrician. So stay tuned for that. All right. Let's get this dowel down here to this corner. Gotta get this in here. Just laid off. Okay, then we come in here, right up into the corner. Okay. Right in the back corner. Okay. Now I'm just going to dab this here at the bristles, rid of the brush strokes. And like I say, that's what the paint conditioner is for, to help alleviate the paint strokes. This ladder is not going to let me in there. So, I'm going to have to be creative here. I have to close up the ladder. Okay, and All right, put the ladder on the wall, and we are going to okay. Sure, you. Thank you, Patty. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right. Get the right angle on there. Okay. All right. Now, with the steady hand, you can go straight into that corner using the tips of your bristles. But that's something you want to work yourself up to do. Not something I would recommend. All right. You just want to use the tips of your bristles when you do this. Okay? And always keep your brush down. All right? Now into that corner. All right, I'm going to come here. Right close to that corner. Bring it down. Same over here. Okay. Smooth it out. Laying it off. Okay. Now. Now, if you wear glasses, you want glasses on, you wouldn't be able to see as sharp and as clear as possible. Okay. You want to know where your brush tips are. Now you can also, when you come here, you can put extra paint on the wall, and you can pull that paint from the wall and use it, and that's the purpose of doing that. Okay? When you're cutting in the corner. Just put the excess paint right here in this section, and then you use it for cutting in. All right? Now, I'm twisting the brush, I'm pulling the brush back, I'm twisting the brush up into that corner so that the tip is riding it. Okay, right there in that corner. Okay, I'm coming down. All right, so I was going to lay this off. Okay, I'm leaving extra paint here on the wall. Okay, so then I'm taking it and I'm putting the paint on my bristles, see? Then I'm using it. They come right up here into this corner. All right. Okay. I'm gonna paint around this medicine cabinet. All right. Okay, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna wipe off any dust. I could put tape on it. But again, I'm gonna cut right down into this corner right next to the back edge of this frame using the tips so that I don't get any paint on the edge. Okay, mission accomplished. Okay. Now I'm going to come in this other side. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, let's get this other side. I'm going to come over here next to the edge. I got quite a bit of paint on my brush. All right. Now I'm going to come in here. I'm going to cut this in. I'm using just the tips of this front of this brush. I'm flattening them out as I go. Bam, there you are. Okay. All right, well, I guess I should just go ahead and fill in that area right there, shouldn't I? Right here. Okay. Okay. Now I will be tiling in here next. I should have mentioned that already. Should have already mentioned that. Let me see where we're at. We're at. See where are we at? Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. All right. Okay. Where's that sponge? All right. Get that paint off of there. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna have to call this a day at this juncture. Okay. Okay, now, all right, now I'm gonna have to put my drywall mud and do that. So I may end up going live tomorrow. All right, here's the custom bathroom. There's a shampoo shelf. You see how it sticks past the wall. Body sprayers overhead. Then the rock floor. Then you've got the handheld there in the corner. All right. All right, so let's go wash out this. Let's go wash out this brush, show you how I wash my brush out. Protects your bristles. Okay. So I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. Okay, so you'll be able to see this good. All right, cold water. I kept my paint out of the bottom here, all right? You want to keep it up here now. When you wash it out, you want to loosen the bristles, push it against your hands firmly, and just shake it back and forth. You bend upward and squeeze it together, all right? Bend it up and squeeze together. All right, let's see if you can see the water going down the drain. All right, see, it looks like it's clean, right? There's a little bit of color. Now watch, I'm going to squeeze and pull up. I'm going to squeeze it and I'm going to bend it upwards. You can see the more color coming. All right, more color. Shake it loose, because these heavy bristles, it allows it to flush it out, then squeeze it, and then swing it up. Now, if you or when you get paint down in, all the way down and back over your metal edge right here, you want to bend it upward and way up, and then squeeze and bend it way up like this. And that forces the water and the paint down and out. You can flip it over and do the same. Squeeze, bend it way up, okay? And that will push the paint out and help to rinse it out. Then you take a wire brush, you go with the direction of your bristles, okay, when that's the case. Now, looks like I don't have any more color in my water, and I'm bending these bristles up. So this brush is now free of all paint. Now, you can get the water out of this. Okay, they have a spinner that you can put the handle up into, and you push down on a little wheel, a bar, and it spins it. Or you can just simply put your hands together and then roll them back and forth. All right, that's all I'm doing. Okay, I'm just rolling my hands back and forth. That's all I'm doing. Okay, now let's get your bristles together here. There you go. Oh, whoops. There you go. All right. There you have it. Clean brush. Okay. This is Home Improvement Tips, aka Easy 2 Tips and Tricks, where you see everything up close and personal. Now it's Home Improvement Tips. Remember, it's a win-win-win. Tell a friend. Save this video for a future reference. Remember, never give up, because there's always a way, always. Sometimes you just have to find out what that way is. Read a book, go to the library, buy a book, talk to somebody that does that type of work, and find out. Hopefully they'll tell you. Most of the time they will, in general. YouTube, don't just take 1 or 2 videos. Look at 4, 5, 6 videos. Everybody's going to show you little things different. Something somebody else forgot, something somebody else doesn't know. So you'll learn. There's wealth of information on whatever you want to do here on YouTube. Now, like I say, you just can't take one person. And sometimes they're not showing. When I first started my channel, what motivated me as doing tiling, I didn't know a whole lot about it, and I didn't want to mess anything up. That was important to me. And I spent hours here on YouTube looking for information on how to do what I was needing to do on tile. At that time, none of the tilers were really showing you a whole lot. It's changed. These tile guys, they're Sid Sabala, however you pronounce his name. Top-notch tiler, years and years of experience, excellent channel. He shows you a lot. So that's how you do that. Joe, I believe it is, that's how you do that. He really shows you. He'll even do a video conference on Messenger, or at least he did. And there's other tile guys that show you stuff. And so anyways, far as shout outs, Heather's Family Vlogs used to be Heather and Manny's show, right there and right there and right there, right there. And then there's Victor, as in Sane Auto. He's got a good channel. There's Lydia, Maya, and much, much more. There is, Billy B. He's in Australia. Billy B. There's Patty Fish. She has some videos she puts up about once a month, once every 2 weeks. She puts out videos on Patty Fish. RG Arizona, Homestead, Arizona. He's commented on my live stream. You can see who was here in my live stream. Go to their channels, check them out. There's Big Tim and God We Trust. There's Mike the Ranger. Off the top of my head, that's all I can remember at the moment. So don't shoot me for forgetting your channel. Oh, Ken, Super Ken, known as Kentucky Fam. Kenneth the Kentucky Fam. He's changed his channel name to Super Ken or Super Kentucky Fam, whatever. Anyways, those are just a few. All right, so Let's catch you on the next one. God bless. Bye for now. And truly never give up, because there is a way. Always a way, always. And that's for real. Okay, God bless. Take care. Bye for now. Let's keep this world up in prayer. Bye. Thank you for being here.